welcome to another episode of Life Isn't Over. I'm your host, Jeff, and today I wanted to talk about variety. So I thought I would just kind of tip the iceberg off by wearing something different to go run today. Okay, not really. I was just cutting down some trees, actually. No, actually, what I want to talk about, besides saying the word actually about 3,000 times so far, is to talk about variety and how you really need to incorporate that into your run. And there are a couple different ways that I incorporated some variety into my runs this weekend that really kind of kick things up a notch. Number one, and probably one of the coolest things for me, actually two of them, is I found a trail that I had not been on before. In fact, this trail is on the other side of the river. There's a running path through my town here, Sioux Falls, and I found kind of a gravel, real small gravel trail that I can now run on, which number one is a lot of fun because it's a different trail, even though it's on the same river I run on, but it overlooks a golf course, which is really nice. So it's very peaceful, very zen, but it's good on the feet. When you're running on pavement a lot, that's not good on the feet. So this trail, it really invigorates me in a lot of different ways, and it's going to give me some new trails and new paths to blaze. So that's one way to really kind of kick the variety in. Number two is I had the pleasure of meeting a friend of mine, Jeff, off of Twitter, and he and I went for a 10-mile run on Sunday morning, which was really refreshing because when you're used to running just by yourself, whether you use the iPod or not, it can get kind of monotonous. But Jeff and I met for the first time. We just talked about life and our jobs and our families, and it was a good time. And one of the great things about running with him is we were able to kind of compare notes. I think it's fair to say that Jeff is probably a better runner than I am, but who isn't, right? But just by talking, it made me understand that I was able to kind of live in the moment. So that's a really big piece of the running that really kind of leads into my third variety point. So far we've talked about a different trail, we've talked about a running partner, and then something else that I've kind of dug into that maybe will give me a little bit of variety would be just the word Zen. I'm a Christian by nature, grown up as a Baptist, a non-denominational as well, but I have really had some enjoyment looking up Zen and Zen philosophies, and if you take a look at the word Zen, it's supposed to translate into basically the word now. And one of my kids' favorite movies, and mine as well, Kung Fu Panda, you've got the turtle, Master Oogway, who talks to the panda and tells him that yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift, and that is why they call it the present. And I think some of the things that I do when I run is I'm too engaged in the final product, or if I'm at mile marker 5, oh my God, here comes mile marker 10, am I ever going to get there? And if you just kind of focus on what's happening in front of you and soak up your surroundings, that can be very invigorating as well, and maybe you'll tune into something that you normally have taken for granted. So I'm going to leave you with those three thoughts. Again, find a different trail, find a running partner, or maybe a new running partner. And, if the Zen thing does it for you, then great. And if it doesn't, hey, that's okay too. But just don't take things for granted. When you go for that run, shake it up a little bit. Show some variety. Instead of just running a flat-out 5 as fast as you can, maybe go as fast as you can for the first mile and then give yourself a break. Do some intervals. There are lots of different things that you can do to kind of shake things up, to make them interesting, and I would highly encourage you to do that as we continue on this journey together towards the Twin Cities Marathon. So that is all for now, and we'll see you next time out on the trails.